Hey everyone, welcome back to another video from CryptoBusy. My name is Tom, and in today's video we're going over what are the next market moves. Where's it going next? So just before I jump into the video, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook at CryptoBusy, where we keep you guys up to date when we post a new video. Also some extra content on there as well, so do make sure you check out those 3 places. They have been blowing up recently, so really make sure you check out those places. Also, we do have 2 telegrams, CryptoBusyT and CryptoBusyTG. CryptoBusyT is our general crypto chat, and CryptoBusyTG is our announcement channel. And also, we do have a Patreon, so do make sure to check out our Patreon. It's at CryptoBusy, and you can gain access to different tiers that we have. So, for example, you can gain access to the percentages of our portfolio, and also some AMA Skype calls as well. So do make sure to check out that as well. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification button if you're new. So the market right now. Right, so we have seen some form of volume. The market cap is now currently at 213 billion, up from about 206 billion yesterday. Now, just looking at the top 10, because that's really much we want to concentrate on, then I'll go over the chains of 24 hours as well. Bitcoin is up about 2%, Ethereum is up 4%, XRP, anyone who's holding that, they must be laughing today because it's up 8.5% today, so we're up above that 30 cent mark, finally. So we're getting somewhere. Bitcoin Cash up 3%, EOS up 4%, Litecoin up 2% now. You can see it's around $57. The thing with Litecoin is that, I don't know what's going to happen next with Litecoin. They haven't announced anything major, such as the rest of the coins on this market. So it'll be interesting to see where things go. Tether as well, that's going to be a large one. They printed more Tether recently, and it's always going to be $1, isn't it? So there you go. Cardano, that's down. It has been down quite a lot actually, and that has been taking quite a few hits recently. But we're getting into that 10 cent mark again, which is good. Nearly, actually, really close to getting into that 10 cent mark. So hopefully by the time this video is out, it'll be 10 cent. So for whoever's holding Cardano, then it'll be good there. Monero, that's up nearly 6% today, and that's nearly $100. So we're getting somewhere with most of these coins, and as many of you probably know it already, Ethereum Classic is $13.82. It's at the 11 rank mark at the moment because of Coinbase. So there you go. So what's really going to happen next to the market? Well, we have been, and I'll talk about short term and long term, but the reason why we've had this massive sell-off recently is because of this decision by the SEC. Now the SEC, I'm sure there are people inside there. I'm not going to sort of name any names or accuse anybody, but I'm sure there are people in there that want to make sure that they get a good deal on their cryptocurrency investments. So I'm sure they would be like, well, let's just delay the decision and just let the market crash, and then we can invest whenever we want to invest, and whatever. So I'm sure there's a bit of that going on, behind the scenes stuff that most of us are not aware of. So you do have to take that into account, that these things might happen. I'm not a financial advisor, this is not financial advice, but just looking into the market, where it's going to go to, probably in the next week or so, we'll probably see another form of run up until about the 220 billion, probably a bit more, and if not, we'll still be staying in that region of around 210 billion. I'll be quite surprised if it goes below 200 billion again. And at the same time, if it really does, then it is what it is, and you have to accept it. But there you go. Running up until the 30th of September, which is the SEC decision, I'm hoping to see some form of run, specifically on Bitcoin, and probably the dominance will more be in Bitcoin's favor, because you can see right now Bitcoin dominance is 52.4%. So that has got down a little bit since last time I checked, really. But before, I would say, the SEC decision, probably a week before, we'll see a massive run for Bitcoin, because it's a major decision for Bitcoin and people want to get in at a good time. So if it is good, if it's a good decision and they say yes, the ETS can trade Bitcoin and probably the rest of the cryptocurrencies that are out there, then we are going to see probably a 5-figure Bitcoin in that sort of territory, probably a low 5-figure, so probably 10k, maybe 15k, not 50. We have to wait for a bit for 50k, but there you go. That's the sort of where I see it in the next few weeks or so. Looking into Ethereum now, looking more closely, and also XRP as well, and lastly Ethereum Classic, because they're closely tied, aren't they? How fun. When you're ready to load, come on. Oh, the internet's bad, So Ethereum right now is at $300 or $301 if you want to be precise. You got a market cap of 30 billion or 30.5 billion. Now you look at the chart here. I'm just going to go into the last month, and the same with XRP as well. I'll go into the last month and see where we're going. That's interesting. Ethereum Classic's actually down today. I didn't expect that. Right, so you can see how we've had this sell-off of Ethereum since, I'd say, July the 18th. You can see it went from $500 all the way down to, where's that? Where's the lowest point there? $280 or $250. So you can see how it's practically halved in price there. And if you look at the all-time high, so let's have a look at this. It went all the way up to nearly $1,000, wasn't it? Yeah, it was $1,000. So $1,389, and it went all the way down to 400. So you can see that it's building up good pace here. You could draw some lines along here, make some good technical analysis of where Ethereum's going. You know, my general opinion is, look at this. You can see it's a general idea of a slope going upwards. So you can see probably by the end of the year, we'll see it probably go up like this and this and this and this. You can follow my mouse. That's where it's probably going to go to. That's sort of the general trajectory for Ethereum. And I'd also see that for XRP and Ethereum Classic, which I'm going to go over in a minute. But hopefully we'll see a $1,000 Ethereum by the end of the year. It is a good project. It is a good cryptocurrency. A lot of people use it. It has a very good use case. So, you know, I'm bullish for Ethereum and where it's going to go to. It's just sort of difficulties in the market. That's what it has to overcome, really. Next one is XRP, as you can probably tell. Now, this has had a massive sell-off, as you can see. 51 cent, nearly 52 cent here, all the way down to, let's have a look, it was like 25 cents. So you can see how it's practically, again, halved in price. And then again, if you look at the all, just very quickly, you can see again, it's a sort of general trajectory upwards. Now this is a lot more magnified or sort of exemplified than Ethereum, because you can see, well, the difference in the total supply and also the market cap as well, how that's sort of changed a lot. So you can see that when it runs a lot, and when it crashes hard. So, and that's the same with the rest of the altcoins that are out there. You know, when Bitcoin goes up a little bit, the rest of the altcoins go up a lot, and the same, it's vice versa. So we'll just see what happens with XRP by the end of the year. Hopefully we'll see a $3 to $6 XRP by the end of the year. Many people think it'd be $589. No, it won't. Maybe $5.89, maybe, but apart from that, I don't think so. The last one I'm going to go over is Ethereum Classic. Now, that's actually down today. So it's got a good market cap here as well. It is a fork of actually Ethereum itself. Now, again, just looking at the month chart here, you can see it's been pretty stable. You can see that it's a lot different to the other coins I just showed you. Now, I think it's just gaining sort of pace and support as well for going up into the 20 region, maybe $25 region, and maybe hit a new all-time high, because you can see the all-time high, actually, let's have a look here, just very quickly. The all-time high for Ethereum was around here, so 42. Okay, so again, so sort of in the short term for Ethereum Classic, we'd see probably $25, and the next year or so, hopefully, we'll see $50, maybe $75, probably $100 Ethereum Classic, because so many people trade it. And it's all thanks to Coinbase, really. And I think this is the main thing. I'm going to end this video on that, really, is that Coinbase, yes, it's nice for some, but it's not going to be that defining factor of how a cryptocurrency is going to do in the future. So many people say that, oh, when's XRP going to be on Coinbase? When is it going to be on Coinbase, right? If it's listed in Coinbase, that's really good, because it's helpful support, and also that helps with the price. But at the end of the day, XRP, it helps with cross-border payments. So at the end of the day, you want to see XRP or Ripple get those partnerships with the banks, with the money transfer company. So it's things like that. So I'll just leave that thought there with you. Let me know what you think in the comments below about this, about the market in general. Where do you see it going in the next week? Where do you see it going before that SEC decision in September? And also just discuss about the coins below in the comments below, and I'll reply to some of the comments as well. I'll be active when it goes live as well. So yeah, do make sure you just put your comment below and your thoughts and opinions. So that's it from me. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at CryptoBusy, where we keep you guys up to date when we post a new video. Also some extra content on there as well. Also, we do have 2 Telegrams, CryptoBusyT and CryptoBusyTG. And we also have a Patreon, so do make sure to check out our Patreon. It's at CryptoBusy. And lastly, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn on the notification button if you're new. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.